Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Gain Knowledge. Today we are going to learn class 10 Social Science Gujarat State Board book chapter number 1st Heritage of India part 2. So as we completed in part 1 about the cultural heritage of India and natural heritage of India. So in this part we'll study about the cultural heritage of Gujarat. Okay, so let's begin the part 2 of the first lesson heritage of India with cultural heritage of Gujarat. The places having cultural, legendary and archaeological importance are, okay, so which has the culture, which places are the included in the cultural heritage site, so which are given here. Remember the names of each place, okay, which are located in Gujarat. So the first one is Lothal, then Rangpur, Dholavira, Rosadi, Srinathgarh in Rajkot district, and these all places which are having a cultural importance, archaeological importance. Okay, the places of pilgrimage are Victory Tower of Vadnagar. Pilgrimage, which means the peoples they are going to that places. Okay, so which are Victory Tower of Vadnagar, stone inscription of King Ashoka at Junagadh. Okay, remember Victory Tower of Vadnagar, then King Ashoka's stone inscription at Junagadh, then Sun Temple of Modera, Gateway of Champaner, then Rudra Mahalaya of Siddhpur, then Mansar Lake of Viramgam, Jama Masjid of Ahmedabad, Julta Minara, Sacking Towers, Siddhi Sayadni Jali or Grill, temples of Hati Singh, Sastraling Lake of Patan, Rajmahal of Vadodara, tomb of Mohabbat Khan, Parsi Agyari of Navsari are worth seeing places. Okay, so these all places are such as a pilgrimage places like Victory Tower at Vadnagar, then stone inscription which is at Junagadh, which built by the King Ashoka, then Sun Temple of Modera, Gateway of Chapaner, Rudra Mahalaya of Siddhpur, Mansar Lake of Viramgam, Jama Masjid, Julta Minara, Siddhi Sayadni Jali, Sastraling Lake of Patan. Okay, so which are the worth seeing places, which are very important and very important places in the cultural heritage of Gujarat. Places having religious importance are Dwarka, this temple of Dwarka. Okay, religious importance. Okay, some places which are having religious importance, which are Dwarka, this temple of Dwarka. Okay, where Dwarka. Next one, Sarda Pit of Jagadguru Shankaracharya. Okay, the next one, Somnath temple, which is one of the 12th Jyotirling. Then Ambaji, which is in North Gujarat in Banaskantha district. Then Bahucharaji in Mehsana district, Ranchodarai temple at Dakor in Kheda district, and Samlaji at Arvalli district. So remember this all places which are having religious importance. Okay, Dwarka, this temple, Sarda Pit of Jagadguru Shankaracharya, then Somnath temple which is one of the 12th Jyotirling, then Ambaji, Bahucharaji, Ranchodarai temple at Dakor and Samlaji. Okay, well-known religious, social and tourism oriented places in Gujarat are, okay, tourism oriented places, which means the people from the different countries they are coming to India, they are coming as a tourist in India, and they are just took part in these all festivals, okay, or activities which are conducted in Gujarat, which are Polo Festival, Vijayanagar at Sabarkantha district, Kite Festival, Kankariya Carnival at Ahmedabad, Tanariri Festival at Vadnagar, and Northern Dance Festival at Modera, and Ranotsav in Kutch, etc., which are religious and cultural tourism and oriented places. Okay, the next one, tourist places of Jain and Buddhist. Okay, the places which got such importance in which Jain and Buddhism, they are giving such importance to this places which are Jain and Buddhist religion prevailed in India. Okay, so we all can see that from the ancient and medieval period, the Jain and Buddhism which was flourished and which was developed, these both religions. So consequently, Jain and Buddhist caves are seen at various parts in Gujarat. Okay, so the caves which we can see in Gujarat of Jain and Buddhist. Okay, so at Vadnagar, Taranga, Khambariya, Samlaji, Koteswar, Talaja, Dhak, and Chagadia, etc. Okay, so remember at which place. So any question will be there. So where we can get the Buddhist and Jainism caves. So you have to write Vadnagar, Taranga, Khambadiya, Samlaji, Koteswar, Talaja, Dhak, and Chagadia. Okay. Next, so this one is a important question. Any one question will be there out of this whole table, out of these 15 fairs. It's a place and a time of that fairs. Okay, so varied culture of Gujarat is seen in many places. We can't able to see only one culture which according to which the people of India they are, or the people of Gujarat they are living. Okay, we can see the many different types of culture according to which the peoples they are living. So hence fairs having a traditional, religious and social importance are held. So in the fair we can see some tradition of the people, then religious activities also, then social importance. Okay, in the society, such societies they are just having their separate festivals or fairs. Okay, so some important fairs among them are given below. So here given around 15 total fairs and a place where it can be held and at what time it can be held. Okay, so the first one is Modera fair, which can be held at Modera in Mahesana on the time of third week of January. Remember, Modera fair at Modera, Mahesana, and at the time of third week of January. Remember it. I'll just read this all and you have to remember this all with this place of fair and tithi or time of place. Okay, so the second one is Bahucharaji fair at Bahucharaji, Mahesana. At the tithi or time is Chaitra Sud Punam. Okay, what is the time? Chaitra Sud Punam. Third one, Samlaji Thakurji fair, which is held at Samlaji at Arvalli and on the time at Kartik Sud 11 to Punam. Okay, now fourth one, Bhadarvi Punam fair. Okay, which held at Ambaji at Banaskatha on Bhadarvi Punam. Fifth one, Bhavnath Mahadev fair at Girnar in Junagadh at the time of Magh 9 to 12. Sixth one, Tarnetar fair at Tarnetar at Surendranagar. The time period of this fair is first week of Bhadrapad. Okay. Seventh one, Badiyat fair, which is at Badiyat at Ahmedabad, and the tithi or time is Rajab month, date 9, 10 and 11. Okay. Then Naklang fair, which is at Kolyak at Bhavnagar and which can be held in the time of Bhadrava Vad Amas. The ninth one, Madhavpur fair at Madhavpur at Porbandar and the time is Chaitra Sud 9 to till 13. Then 11th, Vouta fair at Dholka at Ahmedabad. The time is Kartak Sud Punam. Then 11th, Miradatar fair at Unava in Mehsana. The time is Rajab month 16 to 22. Okay. Then 12th one, Dang's Darbar fair at Ahava at Dang. The time is Falgun Sud Punam. Then 13th, Gol Gadheda fair, which is at Garbada in Dahod. The time is 5th to 7th days after Holi. 14th, Kartik Purnima fair, which is held in Somnath in Gir. The time is Kartik Sud Punam. Okay. 15th and last one is Banguria fair, which is held in Kamwat in Chota Udaipur. From the time period is from Holi to Rang Panchami. Okay. So which are important. Okay. Any one question will be in your exam out of this whole table. So remember it. Now next one, India, land and its people. Okay. So we all know that from ancient time period the many people they came to India from the different parts of the world. So we'll see about some caste, some main caste who came to India and they settled here, about their characteristic features, physical features. Okay. So let's begin. The primitive man came into existence simultaneously in India and Eastern South Africa. Okay. So the people from the primitive man, primitive which means very old men, they came into existence one by one in India and Eastern South Africa. Okay. Mesmerized by varied and prosperous heritage, many foreign tribes came to India. So we all know that at the ancient period in India, the heritage which was rich and varied, which was different. Okay. So many people, many foreign tribes, they came to India. Okay. By attraction of the prosper heritage. Consequently, the remains of all tribes are found here. Okay. So the people they came to India, they did not went back to their place with the old culture which they brought here. Okay. So they left many cultural things or many tribes, their culture, their heritage which was developed in India, and they left in India. So which we can found even today. The Dravidians were considered to be the most ancient people of India. Okay. Dravidians who were considered as the most ancient people. Who were considered as the most ancient people? So remember, Dravidians. But the modern researchers of linguistic and anthropologists. Okay. So now modern, which means at the present time, the people, those who are research on linguistic which means what, the language which is in existence at the present time. Okay. So they were just studying about the languages. And anthropology which means, for example, we had one ancient town in Gujarat, okay, which is Lothal. So the people, those who will study about the remaining materials of the people, of the earlier people, which person is known as a anthropologist, and the study of the remaining materials of the people, ancient people, which is known as anthropology. Okay. So remember, so linguistic and anthropologist researcher, they proved that even before the Dravidians, six most tribes came and settled in India. Okay. Before Dravidians also, there were 6 more tribes who came to India. Remember it. Let's explore more about them. Okay. Now we'll we'll know about the more tribes who came before Dravidians. Okay. So the first one is Negritoid. Okay, the people also known as Hapsi people. Some historians believe that Negrate or Negroes are the most ancient inhabitants of India. The historians, the people, those who are study about the history, they were believed that this Negritoid or Hapsi people, they are the most ancient inhabitant. Okay, they came from Africa. Okay, so from where they came? From Africa via Balochistan to India. Okay, Africa to Balochistan, and from Balochistan to India they came. They were black, having height of 4 to 5 feet and curly hair. So here given the physical characteristic. Okay, what kind of their physical structure. So they were black, having height of 4 to 5 feet. Okay, their color was black, and they have height of 4 to 5 feet and curly hairs. Next one, Australoid. Okay, so the people of these tribes came from Southeast Asia. Okay, from where they came to India? Southeast Asia. Who came from Southeast Asia? So Australoid. Okay, so their physical features were, what was their physical feature, their body structure? So black skin with broad head, flat nose, short in height. Okay, so what were their main physical features? So their skin color was black with broad head and flat nose and short in height. The Aryan who came later to India came them Nisad. Okay, so the Aryan people, they came to India after this Australoid. So the Aryan, they call this Australoid as what? Nisad people. What? Nisad people. Who call them Nisad? Aryans. Okay. The origins of the tribes like Kol and Munda, Khasi tribes of Assam, the tribes of Nicobar and Myanmar having similarities to the Australoids. Okay, which means at the present time of the tribes like Kol, Mundas, Khasi, and these are tribes of Assam, and the tribes of Nicobar and Myanmar, the all are having similarities to the Australoids, which means such physical features which are related to Australoid. Okay, so their contribution in the development of Indian culture and civilization is immense. So they also contributed themselves, their life to develop the Indian culture and civilization. They made clay utensils. What they made? Clay utensils, the tools or the things which made up of clay, which made by the Australoids. They wore cotton cloth. Okay, what kind of cloth? They wore cotton cloth and knew many other skills. Okay, so remember, Australoids, they made clay utensils, they wore cotton cloth. Okay, cotton cloth, and they knew many other skills. Okay, like arts. Okay, they had great religious beliefs too. Okay, which means they are believing in the different natural forces. Okay, so which was their great belief on their religions. Now next, Dravidian. Okay, what is the next topic? Dravidians. So originally Dravidians belonged to India. They were the direct descendants of Stone Age civilization and the creator of Mohenjo-daro culture. Okay, so the Dravidians, they were directly descendant to the Stone Age civilization, and it is said that the Dravidians, they were creator of Mohenjo-daro culture. Okay, the tribes which came from north survived with their language and cultural features. Later on they were only called as Dravidians. So the tribes, they came from north and they survived with their language and cultural features. They have their own cultural features and languages. So later on they were only called as Dravidians. Dravidians gave the concept of mother as a goddess and father as a god. Okay, so Dravidians, they given importance to the father as a god and mother as a goddess. So the thought of Parvati and Shiva as mother and father developed. Okay, so we all know about the mother goddess Parvati and goddess Shiva, so which was developed by Dravidians. Moreover, the tradition of worshipping nature is the gift of Dravidians. So, as we all know that the people of this Dravidian culture, they were worshipping the natural things, okay, like mountains, like lightning and thundering, like rain, okay, like sun. So, which is a natural. So, they were worshipping to this all natural phenomenon. The tradition of worshipping with dhoop, incense stick, deep, lamp and aarti, which are considered to be the gift of the Dravidians. Okay, so how they were worshipping to the gods and to the goddesses or to the natural phenomenon with the help of a dhoop, deep and aarti. Okay, which even today which is practiced or which is practicing. Besides, natural and animal worshipping etc. are their great features. Okay, even they were worshipping to the nature and to the animal also. Originally, deities of Dravidians have been accepted by Aryans and were re-established by them as the god of culture with pace of time. Okay, which means the deities of Dravidians which was accepted by the Aryans who came after the Dravidians. Okay, Dravidians then Aryans. So the Aryans, they accepted the deities of Dravidians and they were re-established by them as a god of culture with pace of time, which means however the time is running, so with that time they re-established the deities as a god of culture. Under the tremendous influence of North, Aryan culture was deeply internalized by the Dravidians. Hence, intercaste marriages took place. Okay, at the time period of Dravidians, intercaste marriages which took place, Aryan culture was deeply internalized by the Dravidians. Hence, intercaste marriages took place. Dravidians had matriarchal system of a family. Dravidians progressed a lot in different crafts and arts like building of a boat and raft, weaving, spinning, dyeing, etc. Due to the dominance of the Aryans, they shifted to South India and settled there. Okay, which means they developed the intercaste marriages which took place at the time period of Dravidians. Okay, so many things like the building of a boat, raft, weaving, spinning, dyeing, these all activities, these all arts which were progressed at the time period of Dravidians. Due to the dominance of the Aryans, they shifted to South India and settled there. Okay, so however the Dravidians, they came to India. Okay, just I will draw here one map. So however the first the Dravidians, they settled in the north side. Okay, where? North side. So here Dravidians, they settled. So however the Aryans, they came. Okay, Aryans, they came. So after that the Dravidians who were settled here, they migrated from north to the southern side. Now the Dravidians are living here, and Aryans they start to live in this area. Okay. So as a result, today we can see the people speaking Dravidian family languages, like, okay, mostly we can see the languages which is spoken by the people even today, which are Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam. Okay, totally we can see these all languages in the southern part of the India. Okay, next, other tribes apart from above. Okay, apart from Negritoid, Australoid, the Dravidians and the other, this all tribes, Aryans, Mongoloid, Alpine, Denaric and Armenoid tribes also were there in India. Okay, so apart from this all Negritoid, Australoid and Dravidians, Aryans, we can see Mongoloid, Alpine, Denaric and Armenoid. Okay, the first one is a Mongoloid. So they came to India from North China via Tibet and settled down at North Assam, Sikkim, Bhutan, West Bengal, etc. Okay, to the northern side. Okay, so the Mongoloid they came from where? From North China. Remember, the Mongoloid people they came from North China via Tibet. Via, which means what? For example, if suppose here China, here India and here Tibet. Okay, so the people from North China they came to India via Tibet. Okay, through Tibet and settled at where they settled? North Assam, Sikkim, Bhutan, West Bengal, etc. to the northern part of India. They gradually Indianized themselves. Okay, then they were called as Indian themselves. Mongoloid people possessed the physical characteristics like, what was their physical characteristics? Like yellow complexion, their color, then flat nose, cubby cheeks, almond shaped eyes, etc. As we can see the Tibetans and the people from Assam, Bhutan, Sikkim at present day. Okay, same physical characteristics which of the Mongoloid. Okay, now the Mongoloid they were also known as a Kirat. Remember, the Mongoloid also known as a Kirat. Okay, who was also known as a Kirat? So Mongoloid. Remember it. Now next one, Alpine, Denaric and Armenoid. Then we will go to the Aryans. These people migrated from Central Asia. So Alpine, Denaric and Armenoid, the people they migrated from a Central Asia. All these three tribes having a similarities. Okay, so these all tribes having a similarities, they all are having their similar physical characteristic, then their food culture, food habits and their culture. Okay, which was same. The origin or genes of these tribes are found in the large number in Gujarat, Saurashtra, Maharashtra, Bengal, Odisha, formerly known as Orissa. Okay, so the origin of these all tribes which can be found in the large number in area. Okay, area of Gujarat, Saurashtra, Maharashtra, Bengal, Odisha. In these all places we can found the people like Alpine, Denaric and Armenoid. Now the next one is the Aryans. The Nordic Aryans were the creators of Aryan civilization in India. Remember it, the Nordic or the Aryan. Okay, so here for Aryan, here another name is given, what? Nordic. So they were the creator of Aryan civilization in India. Hindus were called Aryan in the ancient time, and the area where they were densely populated were called Aryavarta. Okay, so at the ancient time period, the Hindus, they were called Aryans, and the area where they were densely populated, okay, not only one family, two families, three families, but a number of families which populated at a place, the area which is known as what? Aryavarta. Okay, remember it. As 7 rivers were flowing over there in the northern side of India, that region was named as Sapta Sindhu. In ancient time, the first Aryan population was concentrated in the northwest. The Aryans of Aryavarta was extended up to Mithila at Bihar in the east. In the south is spread up to Vindhyachal during post Vedic period. They were more advanced people than any other contemporary tribes, which means whatever the activities, whatever the culture which was developed by Aryans, which was more advanced as compared with the other tribes. This vast land was recognized with various names as Bharat Bhumi, Bharat Khand and Bharat Varsha, after the name of King Arya Bharat of Bharat Kul tribe. Okay, so the names which was recognized are Bharat Bhumi, Bharat Khand, Bharat Varsha. Remember it. Now the next one is Aryans were natural lovers. Okay, they were a natural lover. They loved and worshipped the trees, rivers, mountains, sun and wind and the rain, which means all the natural phenomena which were worshipped by the Aryans, as they were natural lover. They had composed humans for praying to various natural elements. Okay, for the each natural element, for river, mountain, sun, they are having a different humans songs which composed by the Aryans. In due course of time, some religious ceremonies like a recitation of Vedas, performing yagnas and other activities became prevalent in India. Okay, so after the time, such recitation of Vedas which was came into existence, the people, the Aryans, the performing yagnas and yajnas and other activities which was prevalent and which was became important. There was a fine amalgamation of those tribes with their specific style of living, and a harmonious culture was formed, which gave India a glorious and prosperous heritage. These foreigner and Indian tribes amalgamated in such a way over the long period of time that they lost their individual identity through intercaste marriages. Okay, so here all the different tribes, they mingled, they included, or they were just amalgamate each other, they mixed each other, and they don't have the different tribes their own identity. Why? Because then just mingled with the help of intercaste marriages. So outsiders and local people were greatly influenced by the language, script, names and religious beliefs etc. played a vital role in Indianizing these foreigners. Okay, so the other peoples or outsiders, they were totally influenced with the help of language, script, names, religious beliefs and all those things. Since ancient times, a composite culture has been created in India. Okay, what kind of culture? Composite, which means what? The culture which all people's culture which was mingled, okay, which was mixed. So that type of culture we can see, the composite culture which has been created. They all then became Indians. The all people, those who mingled each other, they became Indian. In short, in ancient India, the amalgamation of various culture enriched Indian culture by making it variegated of and prosperous. Okay, so after that, in ancient time, the amalgamation of this various culture, the different people's culture, the Indian culture which making uh, variegated and prosper, which was become a various or the different cultural things we can see, and it was a prosper. Okay, next one, preservation and conservation of heritage. Okay, so why we need to preserve or why we need to conserve this heritage? So each aspect of Indian heritage made India eye catching, picturesque and attractive. Okay, each and everything which is eye catching. Okay, which means if you will see in any monument, okay, for example Taj Mahal, so which was eye catching. Okay, suddenly we will see that the thing which is very most attractive. Then picturesque, okay, which has the different shape. Then attractive. Okay, heritage brought glory to the nation. India attained a leading position in the world by keeping its rich heritage protected and preservation. Thus, it is the primary and pious duty of every citizen of India to see that nobody harms the ancient memorials and also to preserve places have historical importance and values. So here there is our duty to protect or to preserve the historical places or ancient memorials. We should not harmful to these all places or the cultural sites. In our constitution, the fundamental duties of Indian citizens are mentioned in Article 51A. In that 6, 7 and 9 describe the following duties for preservation of our cultural heritage. They are given below. Okay, so here given some cultural constitutional fundamental duties which we must has to do towards our heritage. Okay, so to understand the importance of our harmonious culture, prosperity and to preserve it, we have to understand the importance of a harmonious culture and its a prosperity, and we have to preserve it, we have to protect it. Next one, maintain the forest, tanks, rivers, ponds and the wild animals and birds along with maintaining the natural environment and to show composition for all the living creature. Okay, so we have to just live as a composition with the all living creatures like animals and birds. We have to maintain the forest, lakes, rivers, ponds. So likewise we can protect this all heritage and cultural heritage. The next one, the protection of public property and giving up violence are also included in it. Okay, we do not have to be the harmful to any public property. We have to preserve it, we have to conserve it. Thus nature has created beautiful landscapes. Nature created beautiful landscape like Himalaya, which was a beautiful. Okay, then such a rivers which were beautiful. We should maintain the purity, sanctity and beauty. We should maintain the purity, sanctity and beauty of this place, considering it to be our moral duty. Okay, so what we have to do, we should have to maintain the purity, sanctity and beauty of this all places which considering it to be our moral duty, which is our moral duty to maintain, to preserve, to protect this all cultural heritage sites. So the Indian heritage is an outcome of the development of the people of India over a long period of time. Okay, so the Indian heritage is an outcome of development of the people. Okay, after the development of the peoples, the Indian heritage which we can see today, nature has generously donated abundant prosperity to India. Nature also took part in the developing the heritage. India achieved invaluable opportunities in all the fields of for gradual development due to India's peculiar natural structure. Okay, India has a peculiar natural structures like in the northern side we can see Himalaya, in southern side, southern, east and west we can see water seas like In the east side we can see Bay of Bengal, and southern side we can see Indian Ocean, and in the western side we can see Arabian Sea. So likewise, India, which was achieved invaluable opportunity in the field of gradual development due to the natural things. In this way, the Indian heritage is a result of development. Okay, how can we see the Indian heritage which was a prosper? Because of the development of the people of India in the social, economical, political and cultural field over centuries. Okay, it can be not developed within the 10 years or 15 years. It took around 1,000 years, and the result which we can see today. Okay, so I hope you all understand what is the heritage of India, and about the cultural heritage, about the natural heritage, and about the fairs of Gujarat, and the heritage of Gujarat, and the peoples, and the tribes, the land and its people of India. So thank you for watching this video.